Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Koron Pierre, and if you don't know me, I'm a certified life coach and your relationship guide. Hopefully we can work together in the future. So before we get started, please take the time to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you get all your notifications, and like the video so more cool people can check out this video. So let's talk about it. So back again, no longer a special guest, officially the co-host of When Monogamy Goes Wrong, my lovely fiance, Launch Pro. Hi, Launch Pro.
Hey, baby. What's up?
Not much, just back on these streets. We had an interesting episode last week with old boy and his situation, and now we're back next week with another hot story right off the press.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
So, for those who was living under a rock the past week or a couple of days, Quavo got into a situation. Well, he didn't get into a situation recently. It was a video that was leaked about him and Saweetie elevator incident. So, when you first saw the elevator video, what were your thoughts?
At first, it took me by surprise because I could have sworn it looked like she slapped the mess out of him. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But then I had to, rewind and look at it again a couple of times actually. And, for me, at first it was shocking, but then when I looked at it, it was like two lovers getting into a tussle. You know what I'm saying? That really is you could honestly see
tussle?
Yeah, a tussle. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? They were, for whatever reason, I don't know what he had in that bag, but it was very important enough, for him to fight for that bag out of her hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then again, we don't know what she said to him either. Maybe there was money in the bag.
Yeah,
maybe she
it
was
could have
like,
been a PS5.
I'm gonna throw it in the
Duty.
lake or something like that.
It could have been something very violent. Maybe it could have been all of his album masters. Right. And maybe he was concerned she would damage and destroy it. So here's where life coaching comes into play. Like I told you in the last video, we sort of separate the action from the person, and so we can have an objective perspective. And definitely, I would have to say, from the elevator video, we've seen worse elevator situations.
Look at Solange.
She
thumped down Jay-Z, man. Thumped down.
We've definitely seen our fair share of elevator situations.
Right.
And if I had to rate them from a scale of 1 to 10, this elevator situation, to me, I didn't really see much there in terms of the physicality, because of course it was Saweetie that threw at least it appeared from the video footage that she may have landed or thrown a punch. I don't know. It kind of looked that way to me. And Quavo, he didn't respond with a punch or anything like that. He appeared to me to try to
he was trying to get the bag.
But then when she grabbed the bag, it seemed like that's really what his concern was. And it did look like she fell and she might have hurt herself. But my one thought about the video is, especially as celebrities, and I'm not a celebrity, but one thing I would say is that you have to be more mindful of, where you are, because cameras are always rolling.
Right, yeah.
And I'm not saying, I don't advocate any type of physical, interactions,
in public.
right? But definitely in public, you gotta be mindful. I think they were in their condo or building or something like that. So once you take it to the hallway, that's open season. So I kind of thought that was a little, definitely wrong place, wrong time, wrong place. And but we've seen worse elevator incidents. I don't think, because allegedly I think the police got involved, and the LAPD wants to investigate the scenario, but they're saying it's a year old, and I think Saweetie even said that they got over it. So
right, and they moved on.
So
what I want to ask you before we continue is, do you think it was abuse? Did that altercation look like abuse to you? because on the social internets, okay, people are in a battle. Some
Right.
women are like, no, it's downright abuse, and then other women are like, nah, like that's just a tussle of passion. So did that qualify as abuse in your eyes?
Well, it could be classified as abuse. Just like I think the police said that both parties were wrong, and that's part of the reason why they want to investigate the scenario. Abuse, I think that we would need more evidence to make that claim. I don't think that the video, was long enough, because clearly, and of course a woman could assault a man and hit a man, but I mean clearly Saweetie's not going to outfight Quavo. He's a man. So when you say abuse, are you saying that Quavo is the abuser in this scenario? Because I had a post that I put up the other day, was Quavo wrong? And I was trying to get some response to see, how people felt. I didn't really, from the clip that I saw, now I don't know what happened before the video, I don't know what happens in the house, but from the clip, I don't think that Quavo, based off the evidence, that you could say he was abusive. I don't know how you could convict him of that, but hey, I mean, it was a tussle, and of course he's stronger than her, so he was able to get the bag, So.
And she looked like she did, land on the floor, and she was rocking back and forth like she did herself. She probably broke a nail or something like that, or
she was limping.
Fingers.
I thought she was limping.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I don't.
Okay, well they both fell on the floor.
Yeah.
And he did look like when he saw that she was hurt, sort of eased back a little bit.
He was concerned about the bag, in my opinion. I don't think he was trying to tussle with her. I think his focus was this bag, and whatever I got in this bag is just worth so much money or whatever. I don't know what's in the bag, but I think that was more of his concern. This show, when monogamy goes wrong, our main focus is infidelity. So there's some cheating allegations.
Yes.
It seems like, what's going to happen next week, because each week thus far
there's a new development.
So
so she came out on Twitter and she announced that she was done with Quavo. Unfortunately he was seeing other women and she was just over it. She didn't want to be a part of that toxic paradigm, and she was out. She made it public, she made it known. She was done.
Right. So I mean, of course you're going to say that she, if he's cheating, she has the right to get up out of there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but my thing is, with these celebrities and, people in Hollywood and entertainment, I don't understand this whole monogamous disguise, so to speak. It's like, you're promiscuous, that you want to have your cake and eat it too 1,000,000 times. Why even settle for a monogamous situation? We see this from time and time again. From the pioneers of the Black Men Don't Cheat movement, and I kind of highlighted them in the last video I did last week. Why is monogamy so hard? And I said that monogamy is not hard.
Right.
It's just that you have a hard time ignoring your true desire, which is promiscuity. I don't understand why, Hollywood couples, especially people young in their 20s, early 30s, when you're choosing to get married and do these things, when you know that you've never been a one-person, this whole time. Well, why do it now, And I do get it. Monogamy is off the hook. I could vouch for it. I'm a monogamous advocate. I, can't get enough of my baby Launch Pro. I can't get enough of you. And, I could understand you might find someone who you want to be with.
Right.
And get the, the joys of monogamy, the fruits of it. But my thing is, you have to pull your weight too. You can't just expect it one way, because I'm pretty sure if Saweetie was the culprit and cheating and things of that nature, he would be highly upset. Right?
Yes.
And so we have to you know, have the other person at some point on our minds.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, why even have a monogamous relationship?
So, in your opinion, do you think that celebrities should ultimately abstain from monogamous relationships, being that there's temptation, like rappers could have?
No, there's no such thing as temptation. That's a chapter. Okay. That's going to be a chapter in my book. There's no such thing as temptation. That's not an excuse.
So for celebrities, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing, period. I mean, it's either you're promiscuous or you're not at the end of the day. And a lot of these celebrities are so used to having, you know, all types of women around them. Sometimes you do find that one woman who you like a lot, and you probably know she's not going to go for it. So you just tell her like, hey, we're going to be together. But in your mind, you still want to see other women too. And like I preached this in like 5 straight videos. Non-consensual monogamy. Now, maybe Saweetie doesn't want that. So, you know, Quavo might have figured, hey, I'm not going to even go there with her. I'm just going to have my little woman on the side and she don't need to know about it. But unfortunately, it's 2021. You could hide for so much longer, but you're going to get caught. There's social media. Someone's going to see you.
Right.
You're not going to get away with it. Whether you're a celebrity or even just a regular person, you know, you're going to get caught.
Right.
So my thing is, why even limit yourself to a monogamous relationship?
Right.
You know, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I definitely agree with, you know, being transparent enough to be upfront about what your desires are. So, you know, as far as like this whole music industry and entertainment industry, you know, the accessibility to women, you know, is huge. You know what I'm saying?
But that has nothing to do with what, like, you. So what? Your woman is huge. If you have a promiscuous mind, you're gonna always cheat no matter what. You're gonna always look to have multiple women. But if you have a monogamous state of mind, you want to settle down. Like a lot of people, not everyone in Hollywood cheats. I mean, a lot of them do. You might even say the majority of them. But there are some people who are just like, you know, whether or not they were tired of that lifestyle, they got to a point of maturity where they said enough is enough.
Right.
And I think that as an adult, you should strive for what you want in your life. So if you want to have these women around and you just like shacking up with women, live that life. You know, I'm not the guy who is the super religious, tell you what to do type of guy. I just want people to live in their own truth. Stop trying to shelter and
the inner beast. Right,
the inner beast. Let it out. Let it out. I know it's going to sound like, what do you mean let it out? But my thing is, you know, I want to help.
I mean, look at Mayweather.
Right. I mean, yeah, he tried the marriage thing. It definitely didn't work for him. And, you know, he got to a point where he said, you know, I like to have multiple women around.
I like to support them. I like to invest in
I want to have multiple girlfriends. And it seems to be working well for him. You know, like I said, I'm not in nobody's house personally. But my thing is that when you live in your own truth, you avoid domestic situations. If you want to continue to hide and cheat and do these things, you're going to always find yourself in a domestic situation. You know, especially if you're lying and it's like, no, you're the only one. And I just feel like that is just so outdated. You know, I feel like in 2021, we're becoming more open to new things. And, you know, I think that's just my solution. You know, it's not as simple as just saying people in Hollywood shouldn't get in relationships. It's more so saying, are you promiscuous? Can you see yourself just being with that one person? If the answer is maybe, don't get into a relationship.
Right.
If the answer is yes, get into the relationship. Now, while you're in the relationship, if you feel as though you're tempted or being tempted, which I don't really agree with that, so to speak, because tempted means that you always sort of had your door open to it. Like if your door is closed, then the thought is just not even there. But when you have your door slightly ajar, it leaves room and potential for these things to happen, for you to sneak in and be in people's DMs. Like I said, these people are promiscuous people, man. It's not that they are tempted. People who hide behind the monogamous veil, and they're really not monogamous. They really want to be with multiple people. That's just what it is. And you have to get to a point where you're like, I really honor and love this person, and I don't want to lose this person.
Right.
100 side women don't compare to this one woman. You got to get to that point. But a lot of times, these people are already in relationships. So by the time you get this information, you're already married, and it's kind of like now you want to protect the sanctity of that relationship and continue doing what you've been doing. But like if you came in, like I said, the 3 relationship phases, you came in phase 1 and you went about it a certain way, chances are you wouldn't go through, the domestic situations, the cheating, the sneaking, and we're adults. And I feel like grown adults, there's no excuse for a grown adult to sneak around.
Right.
So
definitely.
Any final thoughts?
Well, I know that Saweetie, she's currently asking for privacy,
okay,
as they go through the motions of dealing individually with their breakups.
Yes.
So my final thought is, listen, girl, if you want your privacy, just make sure that you're private in how you conduct yourself, period. So when you go on a public platform like Twitter and you announce to the entire world, millions of people all at once, that you're walking away from this relationship and he cheated, then you kind of have to roll with the punches, and you can't now ask for privacy after you've just been so transparent and open. So that's definitely my final thoughts. I'm not someone who condones cheating regardless, and I found Quavo's comment to be really distasteful, and it showcased his character in a way where I just might not, listen to In the Kitchen Wrist Twisted Like a Stir Fry. I might not listen to that anymore because, I can't support a man who doesn't hold accountability. Like self-accountability is extremely important. And the fact that he, almost deflected his cheating and placed it back on Saweetie to say, and I quote, "I know you want to make this into a show, so I'll play my part just this one time. I don't normally put my business out there, especially my personal life. I feel the need to address this as there are so many false narratives. I had love for you, and I'm disappointed that you did all of that. You are not the woman I thought you were. I wish you nothing but the best." So you're pretty much going to cheat on this gorgeous, successful woman. And then, when she wants to speak her truth, right? Now suddenly you're mad because, she outed your transgressions. I mean, I feel like that's just classic deflection. It showcases that he's really immature. And okay. I was turned off completely.
Wow. Wifey with the fire. Wifey with the fire.
So I'm just being completely real.
Yeah. And I hope he learns from this. He's still young. Like I said, a lot of these entertaining celebrity people, when you're in your 20s and your early 30s, I wouldn't even look to settle down. I would say you be focused on your career first, because at the end of the day, you still have to work. He still has to do shows and, get to that point where you can actually get it out your system, so to speak. Get to a point where you honestly can avoid the temptation, I guess. What it really is get to the point where you're over the promiscuous lifestyle and you actually want to be with that one person who you could actually, transcend build generational wealth with. Because throwing thousands at chicks in clubs and strip clubs is
played out.
That's not something that's going to be sustainable for the rest of your life. And so that's all I got to say about that. But like I said, with life coaching, Quavo, he's young. He has the time to turn it around and learn from this and grow from this. And that's what these experiences are about.
That is true. I guess it's like a double-edged sword, because a lot of these successful men, they kind of use, their female counterparts as guinea pigs, get old enough where they have it out of their system, and then they go for the younger chick when they're old and mature. So it's like there's no win-win in this situation for us, man.
I hear you. It's a process that some men go through. Not all. Some men get it younger than others, but eventually you'll get to a point when you realize that, hey, I need to slow the hell down, because you're not going to be able to even keep up with yourself at some point.
Right.
And it's when you get to that point where you'll figure it out. Like I said, he's young. He still has time. A lot of times these people are just scarred and they've gone through a lot. So my solution for a lot of these young entertainers in Hollywood, even the older ones, non-consensual monogamy, man. Consensual non-monogamy, I should say.
Right.
Let me put it the right way. We don't want to get a Me Too situation. But I think that was the solution to a lot of these things. But
absolutely.
I guess that's all. When monogamy goes wrong, part 2. Be careful if your stuff gets leaked to the internet. We're on your body, and we will talk about it in a nice, respectful way, and hopefully we could provide some value and some good content.
Oh yes, Papa. Aww.
Right, so
good show.
Good show. Nothing
good
else?
Discussion.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all, y'all. Ron Pierre everywhere. You want to give out your social media or?
You can find me on Facebook. Just type in Launch Pro.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, until next time, stay blessed.
Peace.
Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos. Also, hit that like button so more people can check out the video. And also, comment below if you have any questions or concerns regarding this video. I will respond. So until next time, stay blessed.